right. Okay, we're on Facebook, and it looks like Nick is getting us on Instagram and YouTube. So we are going to be good to go.
Sweet. Awesome. Hi, everyone.
Hello. Let's wait for him to put it live in the group real quick, just in case.
Sounds good.
Hi, Paige. Heidi, I ordered my first ever pumpkin spice latte today. I've never had one.
It's officially fall. I'm wearing a sweater and you're drinking pumpkin spice latte.
Is it cool there?
It's been really cool in the mornings. We're finally back to like desert weather where we're like cool in the mornings and like 90 during the day. So like it's very cloudy and kind of chilly today, which is weird. It hasn't been
hot here. But this is like our summer. September, October is like our summer here. So
yeah.
Hello, everyone. Ashley, Trisha, Julie, Kimberly, Sharon. Oh my gosh, all the ladies are here. Ashley, yes, I'm feeling better. I just, my daughter started school the week right before this. And of course, the minute she starts school, she brings home something, right? It's always how it is, right?
That's the way it is with kids. Kids in school.
Yep. I got the fever and the chills and the bone aches. And I just stayed in bed for like 3 days. It was not good. So, but I'm feeling so much better now. So much better. Diane says she got her pumpkin cream cheese at Trader Joe's. I know Trader Joe. I don't go to Trader Joe's that often, but I feel like in the fall, it's like you definitely got to go and get all the pumpkin fall stuff at Trader Joe's. 100-degree in North Texas today. Ugh. Sorry, Kimberly.
Yeah. Sorry. Yucky. Hi, Amy.
Hello. I'm a little out of breath because I just ran all the way to the front of our farm to show Fermin a specific rose that I wanted to cut and show everybody today. And it's like hot and I had to run in flip-flops and I was like, I have to get back by 1 and I'm here. So hi, Trisha. All right. So let's see. Thank you. Well, thank you to everyone who joined our membership last week. We are so thankful. And Heidi shocked me and already has surprises that I didn't even know about. I was like, I knew about the scheduled drops, which I think we've got like 12 or 13 or 14 this month, but she's got surprises already, as promised. I did not think she'd have surprises literally days after membership started, but here she is with her surprises. So, we've got some of those roses to show you today, and a couple of them, I would say 3 in particular, I could not believe she was able to get. I was really, really, really shocked. So,
yeah, sweet. Yeah, I'm excited we have so many fun surprises in store for you. And, as a member, you guys get 48-hour early access to them first. So they're in the collections now. You can go on. We dropped them in right before our live. So they're in there now. So you can shop away. But you guys have 48 hours before we release them, if there's any left. There's some things that are really low quantity in there, but some really unique things I'm excited to talk about. So
yeah, I'm reading comments. Sorry. Always.
No, it's okay.
Always looking at comments.
That's okay. Andy, Heidi needs to be fired. No, please don't.
All the things. She does. She just pulls these roses out of some hat that she has. She's like Mary Poppins with her travel bag, her canvas, or carpet bag. Just pulling these roses that I was told earlier this year aren't in stock and don't exist, but somehow she finds them. So thank you to Heidi for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Vanessa got your pink tumbleweed today. Oh, I'm glad. I saw a few pictures you guys have been posting. Don't forget about our photo contest with pink tumbleweed. So as you guys become members, lots and lots of pink tumbleweed going out through fulfillment right now. So we want to see those pictures. There's a $500 gift card, $100 gift cards, free bare root roses, all sorts of prizes. So we have a whole blog post on our website talking about the Pink Tumbleweed photo contest. So don't forget about that, because we want to see your pictures of how you use it and see where she roams.
Yes.
So
Ryan's bringing one up to show you. I only saw them like yesterday, that our team has been shipping them, and they are really nice. Really, really, really nice. They are full and bushy, and they are like ready to get out of the 3-gallon pot. Like they are ready, rip and roaring, ready to get out of that pot and get into the ground or something bigger. And they'll get even bigger. I'm going to show you this real quick. This is what, this one actually is headed out the door because it's already plastic wrapped and has a bow on it. But look at this guy. This is a 3-gallon, and look at how bushy and beautiful this plant is. It is, I mean, we don't defoliate these because I think all of our employees would quit if we made them do that. But also this plant is, it travels just fine with its foliage. So look at this. Look at how incredibly bushy and adorable this is. You can see it fills the entire pot, and it's just, it's ready to go in the ground. So I'm really tickled. I'm tickled pink about these, because these are, we offered the 1 gallons last year, and they were nice. Like they're more like, you get like a couple canes, but this is something. This is something. This is, I mean, you got to get a whole line of these, a whole border of these things. Make a head. They're, anyway, I love them. So this is what our team is shipping right now. So just so you know, if you order one or if you join, Heidi will tell you which level of membership you have to join to get it. But if you join, you will get this exact plant. And this is what all of them look like. Every single one like this. So, and this is heading out to one of you. I don't know which one of you, but one of you ladies or gentlemen is getting that plant. It's going in a box right now. So,
yeah. So it's any of the collectors or the conservators. So it's the top 2 tiers, get that shipped to you for free automatically. And someone asked if we will continue to be having it available. We have a lot right now, and we have more in production. It is selling very quickly, so there might be a little pause between now and spring. But for now, we're still good. We have a few 1 gallons left, very little 1 gallons left, but we do have quite a few of the 3 gallons that you can purchase as well. So we have enough for all of our members to receive one for free. And then we also are selling the 3 gallons and the 1 gallons now. But yes, we will continue to have it. It might be sold out for a little bit here in the winter. And then we definitely have more in production for next year.
And these are own root. These are own root.
All own root. Yeah.
So somebody asked if the blooms are white. They are an ombre from like hot, like bubblegum pink to white, and they get lighter as they age. So they're multicolored, they're ombre. And typically when they're in the ground, I've seen them in the ground at Otto & Sons, and the bush sort of, as the bush is blooming, you see that ombre on the top of the bush of the blooms. And it's like, there's always either bud or bloom coming in with this thing. I mean, it just repeats so fast. It's like almost never out of bud or bloom. So It's beautiful. I love it. And I'm really happy with the size and like the chunkiness of what we're shipping out right now. I think everybody's going to be thrilled with these. So Ashley actually wants to know, how do you prune it? Like just a haircut? Is it just
yeah, that's what I do with mine. I just give them a haircut. You know, their flowers don't stand up too much higher than the bush itself. So when I do mine, I just give them a little hair trim, just a little haircut. You know, unlike other types of roses, hybrid teas, where you need to be a little more specific with how you're pruning, these are very, very easy. Just, you could even take some grass shears and shear them down, or some hand pruners, and they'll have a nice reflush. So someone did ask, this is a good point. There is 2 sizes of 3 gallons. One's a little taller, one's a little shorter. So one of your pots might be a little taller, one might be a little shorter. That's because we had so many in production. Our grower just needed to switch a pot. So there is one pot. The bush itself is still the same. It's just that one pot's a little taller. They're both considered 3 gallons. But there are some that are a little bit shorter and some that are a little bit taller. So
they were all planted around the same time. They're all from the same crop. So
yeah.
They're not, some aren't older than the others. They're all equal.
They're all equal. Yeah.
They're all equal. So amazing. Hi, everyone. Everybody's coming on. So anyway, that's heading out to one of you today. I don't know who. Ryan would know. That's his job. But we have some really pretty things here. Heidi, I thought that I would talk about the couple that I know really well first. Yeah. That's okay. Although Fermin is not back yet with my cut flowers. Fermin just got back from lunch, and so he's cutting flowers for me. His lunch timed up with, with this. He's cutting flowers for you. Amy Beth wants to know how tiny are the blooms, like Cecil Bruner? No, smaller than Cecil. Cecil's like an inch. These are micro. These are like baby's breath, but a little bit bigger than baby's breath. These are totally different.
Yeah, the size of like anywhere from the size of the head of like a pencil eraser up to a dime is kind of like where they sit. So, but they get hundreds of blooms on them, which is great. So,
and they bloom in sprays, beautiful sprays, beautiful, yeah. Gorgeous sprays, absolutely gorgeous sprays. Well, okay. So speaking of sprays, I don't have cut flowers of this one, but so I'm going to show you the plant. But this rose that I'm going to show you, for those of you, this one is listo. This one's listo. No necesito. Oh, pumpkin patch. Yeah, take it. It's taking pumpkin patch away. The pumpkin patch? They may have already taken it out. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. Yeah, looks like they took it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. This is the book that Ryan and I, it's a very unusual one. Ryan and I used to grow this for florists. One of the things that I pricked myself pretty bad just now. One of the things that florists wanted was unique product from us. And so they loved their Distant Drums and their Cocos and their Evelyns and their Carding Mills and Munstead Wood, but they wanted unique product as well. To really differentiate themselves, we served high-end wedding and event florists. So they love the dreamy, whimsical type of product. And so I was looking for a spray rose that would hold up in the heat, that I could ship in a box, which is, not all roses ship well in a box. And I talked to Tom Caruth, who was Weeks breeder, and now he is the curator at the Huntington in Pasadena. And he suggested I plant Pillow Fight. Heidi has pictures online from my farm back in 2018. They're my pictures that I took and harvested. This rose is incredible. I love this rose. I also have this rose at my house in Thousand Oaks lining our driveway, and I need to find those pictures and give them to Heidi. But this rose produces adorable little white flowers with a yellow center in huge sprays, massive sprays. And like tumbleweed, now these are bigger flowers. These are more like an inch or so, and they're doubled. All the flowers are doubled. Like 3 stems fills a vase. So cute. In fact, Danny Hahn from Rose Story Farm, she still grows this rose for florists to this day and cuts it and ships it to florists for weddings and events. It's an incredible arranging rose, and it's just a beautiful hedge for like I had it on my driveway in Thousand Oaks. Andy's like, nope. It's just one of those. It's a great landscape rose, and it's a great cut rose. And it doesn't look like it would be a great cut rose, but I promise you it is. So, Heidi, do you have anything to add? Do you have pictures?
Yeah, I can share if you guys want. Let me see. I can present.
By the way, this is an own root plant. And look at the size of it, the branching on this thing. It is huge. Big, big, big plant.
Okay, if you guys can see that, okay. This is the listing. So you're only going to see the listings on our website right now is if you're members. So the way that I got here, so if you go to your member, so I'm going to click on my collector private collection page because it resides just in here. So if you just got to go make sure you're logged in with the email that you have, that you used when you purchased the membership. And you can see all the different roses that we dropped in kind of as a surprise drop today. And Pillow Fight is right here. So these are pictures that Gracie took. Whoops. But yeah, beautiful. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous white. Love the sprays here on this one. So
Yeah, when it's in bloom, especially in the spring and the fall, it's like a snowy blanket covering the plants. It has bright green, glossy foliage, and like it's so abundant that it like literally looks like just like a blanket of snow on the top of the bush. So, so pretty. Really, really pretty.
yeah, so we're excited about that one.
Yeah.
Not very many of those. Most of these, because they're harder to find roses, are less than 20. And this is one of those. So anyway, yeah, pillow
Yeah.
fight.
And it's like I said, it's a great cutting rose. It wouldn't look like it because you're like, oh, it looks like it's too fluttery, too open. It makes a great cut rose. Like I said, Rose Story Farm grows it. We used to grow it for florists, and it's just an awesome like hedge rose. It definitely has its place in the garden. So anyway, I love it.
Gina asked, is there a filter on the website for spray roses to find all the options? Not yet, but we're working on it. We'll have that as a filtering feature in the Bare Root shop. And then we'll also add it back into all of our estate roses too. So right now we don't have spray. It's kind of tricky because some roses are like, they'll produce sprays sometimes and not other times. And so we kind of created 3 different categories for this. And it's basically creates single, creates sprays, or creates both. So we're working on those filtering features for all of our bare roots so that if you're really looking for that spray rose that we recommend, then you'll be able to find it. So that's coming.
Yeah. So it's Pillow Fight. It's a nice, big, beautiful plant. It'll leaf back out really fast. Look at all the canes on this.
Yeah,
Massive.
beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's one that we really enjoyed growing for florists, and it was just like a surprise rose for us. It definitely was not one that you would expect would perform the way it did, but it did. All right, Heidi, what is next?
You choose. Whatever. What do you want to do next?
How about tournament?
Yeah, let's do that one.
Okay, so this one. Okay, so this rose, I had actually asked our supplier early in the season if we could get this rose, and I was told that it was not available. I asked if it was available because there were a handful of people looking for this rose. It's a harder one to come by. I adore this rose. Now, this rose is grown on Multiflora by one of our Canadian growers, and so it's a grafted rose shipped in from Canada. We have it in a beautiful. Big. See? It's called Tournament of Roses. And if you know, Tournament of Roses is the Pasadena Rose Parade. It's called the Tournament of Roses. I'm originally from the San Gabriel Valley, from Pasadena. So maybe that's why I took to this rose so much. But mine are not in bloom right now, but the photos that you're looking at are from my last flush. So I took those photos. Actually, remember when I was on my floor in my living room right before I went to Bogota making that flat lay, and I showed you a vase of these coral pink roses, and I said, these are coming. That's them right there. So those photos were taken end of July from that flush. And so you can see how productive it was in July in the heat. This rose is incredible. The sprays on this rose are huge. It's like the most beautiful coral shell pink. And I can't say enough about this. And I'm actually shocked when Heidi showed me what she was going to be offering today. It was like a few days ago. I was like, Tournament of Roses. I was told we couldn't get that. Like, well, we'll have a few. And so I was really giddy on our Zoom meeting about this one. I was like, oh my gosh, they're going to love it because I adore this rose. So it's a beautiful rose. I know April Howard was harassing me for one. And so she probably bought one but it's amazing. Love. And it's on Multiflora. It's grown in Canada. It is a light spice fragrant. I would say that's true. It's not super fragrant rose, but it has a great base life and it's great for cutting. You can see my photos on my credenza. That was probably like 8 stems. So that was just all sprays. The whole vase was just sprays overflowing. So that's Tournament of Roses. And we only have a few. And I don't know that this is one, because it's not a local rose, it's one we have to bring in from far away distances. So I don't know if it's one that we will have again. Heidi doesn't know that either. It's one that we would love to have again, but it's kind of a surprise rose for us as much as it is for you. And so we definitely can't tell you that we'll have this next year. So.
Yeah, for sure. There's such a limited, the grower that I got this from grows such a limited amount of these. So I was grateful to be able to grab some, to snag some in an estate size. So working on it, hopefully we will. But it's grown in very small quantities from this grower that does it in Canada. Another interesting thing about this rose I noticed, and I think it's important to point out, there are some roses in particular that really need a warm climate. And this is one of them. This is a zone 7, is as cold as this rose can go. Wow. So I think it's really important that you look at that. It goes 7 to 10, so I can handle the heat, I can handle the warmth. But it's definitely not for those in like zone 5 or zone 6. So
I'm just answering some questions. Yes. And it is very, very prolific in my zone 10. I've got 4 or 5 of them. So I'm really excited about this one. The canes are like thumb thick for me, and it's a terrific one. It grows about 4 feet. It doesn't get much bigger than that, about 4 feet by 2 to 3 feet wide. So it stays pretty, it minds its manners in the garden. It doesn't get overwhelmingly tall or large. So Ashley, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, someone asked where in Canada. So these are grown, it's funny because when you think of Canada, you think of north, it's colder there, but there's actually like really warm parts of Canada, like zone 7. So this is grown in Ontario in kind of that horticultural. If you've never been through like Toronto and that area, there's a huge horticultural hub of growers there. And that's where this rose is grown. So it's grown in a zone 7 environment in Canada, in Ontario.
Zone 9, absolutely, yes. Great. Humidity, Heidi?
Yep, it can handle humidity. So it's, I think we have regional recommendations there that it can handle the Mid-Atlantic, Southeast. So, yep.
I think it's a Grandie. It is a Grandie. So it's a Grandie because it blooms in these big sprays. So it has the size and the stature of a hybrid tea, but it has the bloom production of a floribunda, hence grandiflora, or we call them Grandies, and then Flories, which I think is so cute. So it's a Grandie, yes. Very prolific, lots of flowers. Like when it's flushing, it is flushing. Like it is, you're not going to get any single stems on this one. It's all beautiful sprays. So yes, it is only for zones 7 and up, and it is grafted on multiflora. KB, I know you've asked a couple times. The Cortis roses are going to drop tomorrow. We're still working on getting them online. So check back tomorrow, and we will talk about the Cortis roses and the Cortis family in a shorter live tomorrow that will get scheduled. So, but this is the drop for today, and then we'll have the Cortis tomorrow. We have so many roses, we have to split it.
Yeah, there's a lot, a lot of surprises.
They want to see the plant one more time. Sure.
Okay.
Here it is. I mean, it's not much to see because it's been cleaned. Our team didn't get the memo that this was for my live and not for a customer. So they were doing their job. They're very eager to do their jobs, but it got stripped today. So, okay. Heidi, I'll let you go. Do you want to talk about Our Lady of Guadalupe?
Yeah, let's do that one. Let me bring up the picture here. So this is another one that I've been asked for. So I was excited to be able to find some of these. Such a beautiful, I would consider this a true like shell pink. And has really good rebloom to it. So, this was introduced by Jackson and Perkins in 2000. So I love Jackson Perkins roses. They have such unique, beautiful color. Normally, a lot of their roses are very fragrant. This one is really just like kind of sweet old rose scent, but it's very, very ruffly. It's very ruffly.
Very.
And I love this, that shell pink, and deep inside you get just a tinge of apricot to it. But not a whole lot of these, but we're grateful to have this. This is a Floribunda, so that's why it's really good flowering. Has lots of flower power to this one. So this is a zone 6 through 10, and it can handle heat and humidity very well. So I'm very excited to have Lady of Guadalupe.
I know Cole and Raul, they're in Dallas. I sent them a tree last year as a gift for their family. I think this rose was significant to somebody in Raul's family, and it's doing amazing. It comes in tree form. Maybe we'll get it in tree form. I don't know if we will this year, or for bare root season. But I did send them a tree form 36, and they said it is doing amazing in North Texas, and they love it. So, and I've grown it here in Zone 10, but everything grows great in Zone 10. So it's like, but I can speak for North Dallas. Or North Texas, Dallas. So, yeah.
So Amy Beth says Jackson Perkins roses are very disease resistant in my experience. Oh, that's great. That's great, Amy Beth. Yeah, J&P they're a great company. So we're excited to offer some of their, they're pretty tight on what they allow to be online of their newer stuff. I get you guys asking all the time, you're gonna have this one or this one. Sometimes we can't because they have an exclusive online, just like we have an exclusive for roses. But once roses go off patent and they're open, then we get to be able to offer them. And so Our Lady of Guadalupe is one of those. So it was introduced in 2000. And so we're excited to be able to offer that to everyone. So.
People are asking if we're going to have these roses as bare root. We hope to, but we're not at this stage yet. If you've been following along the last couple of weeks. Here's the plant.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, it wasn't delivered. What is that?
Another one, the gypsy.
Oh, well, okay. We are trying to have all of these roses as bare root, but Heidi has not received all her confirmations yet. So as we receive those, obviously we're going to let you know, but the goal is to have many of these. So
yeah, hopefully.
Trisha says, could you in the future try to get J&P larger than life or Clouds of Glory? Do you know Clouds of Glory has moved with me since 2015. We have the plants in. I'm looking at like about 400 of them right now. They line the front of my barn. We have moved these exact plants like 5 times on 5 different properties.
I love those.
Incredibly fragrant, huge flowers. So fragrant. I never can leave them behind. I just can't leave them behind because they don't grow this rose to the extent that they used to. So I got these a decade ago. I love Clouds of Glory. You smelled it when you were here, right, Heidi?
Oh yeah. Like when I walked by it, I had never seen that particular one in full bloom like that in such a large hedge. And when I walked by, it was like, it stopped me. I was like, Gracie, what is this? Like, what rose is it? What white rose is this that is so incredibly fragrant? So it's beautiful. It's still an exclusive with J&P, so you have to buy it from them. I just double checked, but yeah, they've got another 10 years on it. So unfortunately, unless they let us do it, we won't be able to have that one, but it is beautiful. So
same with Pope John Paul. We have sold thousands of Pope John Paul roses to all of you, tree form, bushes, my whole front yard is all Pope John Paul, but they took the exclusive on that for this year. So, and for next year. So that's why you do not see Pope John Paul. It's not because I suddenly don't like it. It's just that it's a J&P rose and we are not allowed to offer it to you. So I know we get questions all the time about Pope John Paul because it's so loved. So,
yep.
April needs one. Okay. So they did not bring me an Our Lady of Guadalupe. So I do not have one of those to show you. I apologize. My deepest apologies on that. I am looking for another rose to show you. Oh, Heidi, we were going to talk about honey perfume.
Oh, yes.
You want to talk about where this is bred and I'll grab the plant?
Yep. Let's see. Let me bring it up here. So honey perfume is And I need to order one of these before they're gone. I meant to do that before this and I didn't. So honey perfume, you know, I don't know how many of you have ever been to Otto and Sons. They're incredible people, and they're Scott Klitich. He's one of the owners, and you know, he has grown pretty much any commercial rose that has come along in his life. And this is his favorite rose, and for very good reason. And anytime someone who grows a lot of roses says their favorite rose is something, I pay attention, because they've seen everything. Everything. That's like why we really push Soweto, because you know, one of the Beirut rose growers, that's her favorite rose. This one is one of our growers, Finnish growers' favorite roses. And it's interesting because it's a Floribunda, but it's the color and the fragrance that he loves. He thinks it's incredible. It's an incredible bloomer. Mm-hmm. The pictures that he sent over were from him. So these are directly from him, but he loves this rose. So
and it's incredibly scarce, incredibly hard to come by. Yep. Another one that we had to bring in from far distant lands. So we only have a very small amount of these.
Yep. And this is another one of those old J&P roses that have been off patent, and so it just went off patent, and so that's why it's so hard to find, is because they do keep such a close tight on their genetics, and so now that it's off patent, we can offer it. So really excited to be able to offer honey perfume, and I hope I get one before they sell out.
Incredibly fragrant. So Suzanne, it's honey perfume. Diane, this is the one that, remember I said we have one for you in this surprise drop. This is the one I was thinking about, because it's your color, that peachy yellow color, sunset colors, and it's incredibly fragrant, and it holds up really well for a cut flower too. So it's a great bloomer. This is the one that I was thinking of you for.
Yeah, when I saw that there were some available, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm going to grab those. And anyway, Floribunda. So their flowers are just a little bit smaller. They're not tiny, but it's a Floribunda size, but the fragrance on these and the health and the vigor, you know, Scott's favorite rose. So anyway.
He's seen them all. He's definitely seen them all. So.
Yep. Is that it right there, Gracie?
Yeah, this is it. So it's nicely branched. It's on Multiflora. So you all know this one is on Multiflora. And so it's grafted or budded, sorry. And so this is what the plant looks like. It looks like it recently flushed and the nursery cut it back a bit. So it's going to push new growth, but it's got lots and lots of branching, as you can see. Beautiful branching.
Yeah. It's got that Floribunda genetics in it, so that there's lots of branches, lots of flower production. So you'll often see, that's one way I do love to show the branching here in the lives, because it kind of shows you what to expect. Not everything grows like Francis Mayon, where you get like 4 or 5 enormous canes that are straight up. Floribundas are very bushy, very, the canes are thinner, but that's okay. That's what they were bred to do. Mm-hmm. And so it's always good to see that and expect to know that in the state size, like that's a huge plant for a Floribunda. So
that's almost why, for as much as I like showing the plants with their foliage, it's nice to show them as skeletons so people can see and not compare apples to oranges, right? Like, so they can really see like what the bone structure of these plants are, and like how many canes and how healthy the canes are. I think it's it's really valuable since we're a virtual nursery here. They can't walk the nursery, they can't come and see these, but they can literally see like the exact size and structure of the plants we're offering. So,
okay, sorry, I'm gonna hurry and get one.
Yes, you do too.
I meant to do it. Anyway, so
yes. It is more, it's yellow to apricot, so it ombres. The center is going to be the darkest, and it's going to ombre out to the lighter buttery colors. So it's got, Heidi, go down to that like third picture that's a little bit more apricot, or fourth picture.
Hey, hang on, I gotta get my rose.
Oh, she's buying one.
I'm
Okay.
doing it right now.
Kenzie
Before
wants to know how it does in the Pacific Northwest. So I would assume it does really well because J&P breeds for health.
Okay,
It's
I got it. One less to sell. Sorry, but I really want this one. I've been waiting for this one. So, okay. Sorry, what was the
I
question
just
you
sent
wanted
you
to tell
this
me to
one,
scroll
the
down?
demo. I could just send you the demo one. It's right here.
Just in case, though. I'm sorry. I'm paying
Go to
attention
the
now.
apricot toned one.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So my assumption on this is that in the spring and the fall in cooler temperatures, like so many roses, you're going to get a more saturated color, right? So like
Yep.
Princess Charlene is like barely blush in the summer, but in the spring and fall, she's so apricot-y and she has like those more like cotton candy pink. Same with this rose. You're going to see more of the apricot peach colors in cooler temperatures, and then it's going to flush out more yellow buttery with a deeper center in the hotter times of the month, hotter times of the year. So
Yep.
That's gorgeous. So pretty.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited. I got one.
I'm really excited about this one too. But I could have sent you the demo.
I know. But I didn't want to take away that from anyone else, just in case. So,
She's so nice. She's so nice. Okay. Okay. We have some cut flowers here for you. I wanted to talk about. We are down to very small quantities of Sweet Madam Blue in our 3 gallons. We should be getting Sweet Madam Blue as a bare root and also as a bare root tree. But I want to show you, because we have some that are ready to ship right now. I want to show you how gorgeous this rose is. I grow it both in shrub and tree form, of course. And I'm always bragging about this rose because I'm absolutely in love with it. It's such a good rose. And it's bred by Christian, who we all know and love, who you will meet this fall. He will be here with me and Heidi this fall on some of these lives. So here's Sweet Madam Blue, looking absolutely gorgeous, smelling like just like sweet honey nectar, beautiful. And this is in like 90-degree temperatures right now. It's still really holding its shape and holding its color beautifully. So I think we only have like a dozen of these left. And we had a lot to start with. This one, I guess I talked about it so much that it became pretty popular. And so we have, I think, 12 of these left. So I'd love to see them go to some new homes because they are absolutely gorgeous. And you'll be able to cut sprays like this. This is only 6 stems. You'll be able to cut beautiful sprays this fall on this one. It blooms almost entirely in sprays. Let's see here.
we only have 11 left. Just so you know.
11 left. Here, look at this spray. 1, 2, 3, 5 stems. 5 blooms on this guy here. This one stem. So
I'm
pretty.
such a sucker for lavender roses. Can I show you my roses I got the other day?
Oh yes, I remember these.
Look. Okay, I need to put my thing back. So I got one of the pictures. By the way, our picture is back in stock. If you guys didn't get one, this is our lavender bouquet rose and Westminster Abbey. So anyway, they look really cute in our picture. So anyway, I am a sucker for lavender. Anything jewel toned.
She loves. So this is last chance on this one for this year. And then, like I said, we hope to have bare root for you. But if you want to get this in the ground sooner and have like fall, this is a great like fall bloom color too. Like the warm jewel tones are beautiful for fall. So we've got 11 left and they should put on a nice show for you pretty quickly. So I love her. Those stems are going in my house. They're going into my bedroom. And then another one that I think we're getting low on, Heidi, you don't know that I'm sharing this one, but my roses are looking so good, is Belinda's Blush.
This blush?
I almost said Dream. Belinda's Blush. And this rose is like almost never out of bloom. And it does really, really well in hot climates. My Dallas friends always talk about how this one is just like a fighter through the summer and just keeps going and going and going. This is just a little handful. Hi, Otto and Sons is here. A a
Love
little
that color.
handful. And I don't know, Heidi, how many do we have of these?
This one's Belinda's blush. We have 90 left of these, so we still have
Nice,
a
a
good
nice
amount.
amount.
A nice amount. Yeah.
Nice amount, but I just love the beautiful like blush to like champagne ombre on this rose. It's beautiful and it smells like clean laundry. This is like a fresh newly washed white bath towels smell, like fresh laundry to me. That's what this one is. It's just like that clean, beautiful fragrance. So I wanted to share this one because we've had spider mites here because it doesn't rain and we're busy. And so not a lot of my roses are blooming very well because they defoliated due to the spider mites, but this one did not. And I have a lot of flowers out there of this particular variety. So I was like, well, it's blooming. I'm going to cut them or Fermin's going to cut them and I'm going to show the girls because it's a beautiful one. So, and I don't have much else to show you. Hopefully soon.
That always says a lot. I love going to rose gardens during like the ugliest time of the year.
Oh, it's ugly here. It's ugly.
Because that's when you find the superstars.
Mhm.
And so I love hearing these and like real life stories and real life heat and drought and didn't do anything to it. Like what's gonna keep going? So
Yeah, most of the time I'm like, I duck them. I'm like, oh, I don't even want to look. I don't want to look. Like when they're not in good shape, I'm like out of sight, out of mind. Because it's not like you can just snap your fingers and they're going to look good tomorrow, right? Like you got to get rid of the spider mites or get rid of whatever the problem is, fertilize, wait. So I avoid contact, but I had to go in there today and that one was looking exceptional. Complete all foliage. So somebody asked if it would do well in zone 8. Absolutely. Absolutely. Very healthy shrub rose, just like pumps them out. It's just like a classic older productive shrub rose, a superstar. It's a wonderful one. And ours are really big. The plants are so big. It's one of the ones that Anna has to take the green floral tape or the landscape tape and like come in with the canes because it spreads so much like a shrub rose in the 5-gallon can. So they're beast, really, really big. So Leslie, yes, you do. Okay. And then I have another one that I was not expecting for Heidi to pull out of her carpet bag. I have this rose in my red garden and it was looking really, really good. At one point this summer. It's called Voluptuous. And I looked in our inventory and was told we were not going to get this rose, but somehow Heidi found it and it's really, really pretty. So I'm going to show you that one. I've got a few stems that Fermin cut for me. So
hey. I love the color of this because it's jewel toned.
It's incredibly ruffled. And I know the red jewel tone roses are really hard to see online. Like they're so hard to photograph too. They're the hardest to translate online, but I'm going to do my best because the ruffles on this girl are voluptuous. She is voluptuous. Can see here, see how it's opening like a clamshell. So those inner petals are like, they form a little bit of a ball, but it's not a tight ball where it's going to like get botrytis and not open. Like it just has that beautiful ball in the middle. And this is a spray. Obviously the center bloom, the terminal has already bloomed out. So these are the side shoots and look at how big the side shoots are. Big, right? Definitely for a side shoot. So here's another beautiful spray of Voluptuous. She's gorgeous. Mine are like 4.5 feet tall. She grows pretty upright, at least for me in my garden. And I love her. I think she's spectacular. And when Heidi told me she had a few, I was really excited about her. She's one that I got super giddy on. Oh, look at the ruffles on this one here. Okay, this is a good one to see the beautiful ruffle shape. Look at those scallops.
Look at those. Yeah.
She's very feminine. This is a very feminine, girly, like just ultra feminine rose. That's how I would describe it. Look at those ruffles.
I love ruffles. And I love that when they open up to that clamshell. It's just so endearing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's unexpected in a garden rose. This this particular bloom is absolutely stunning. They all are. Every single one. Oh, look at this one.
Oh
Look
yeah.
at how, and look at the depth of the bloom, how
Yeah.
deep they are. They're not cupped like a cabbage rose, but they are deep. Like they are very luscious. She's a beauty. And she's holding her color. Like I said, it's been really hot and dry here.
Yeah, there's no burns on the edges.
No,
That's
none.
that's a good sign for that shade of rose. They often get those burnt edges on them. So
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
And look at how big she is next to my face, my big head. So she is absolutely gorgeous. Look at those ruffles. I kind of love her. So, I mean, obviously I love her because she's in my garden. So here she is. She's voluptuous. I don't know. Again, maybe Heidi can elaborate. I don't know if we'll have her again.
I don't know yet on that one.
Yeah.
So that's I'm waiting to see and hoping. So I wish I could answer that, but I can't
She's
at this point.
Anna, she is a raspberry, like a raspberry red. She's a berry red. So she's a cool toned. I'm looking at her now. She's a cool toned fuchsia berry, not a warm tone. So she goes great. She actually, I mean, while we're here, watch this. Let's take her. Since you all love when I do this, you know what I'm going to do, right? Look at how pretty she looks with, she looks gorgeous with Sweet Madam Blue
Yeah.
raspberry cupcake because they're all cool tones. It's cooler, like it's cooler in person than it's translating on screen. But look how
That's
gorgeous
pretty.
that is. So
That's
pretty.
really pretty.
Yeah. So, and she's a big rose, you can tell compared to like the these two that are more petite. She's a very, very large headed rose. And she has a great fragrance. It's not like a 10 in fragrance, I would say, although I can't really smell right now because I'm still stuffy, but maybe like a 7.5 in fragrance. So, which leads us to one more that Heidi surprised us with. I remember I had raspberry cupcake online like in July and you guys sold it out so fast. Well, Heidi managed to find some more. I don't know how. I don't know these things, but she found some more raspberry cupcake and we have, I don't know, she can tell you how many we have.
Let's see. Yeah, that was in you guys' like private collections. I think I did a surprise drop right after we launched membership. And we have just a few left. Let's see. I love raspberry cupcake, guys. It's a Cortez rose. There's about 14 left. So
Clean as a whistle. Like this rose does not defoliate. It stays completely like a rounded, beautiful shrub. Has never defoliated in my garden. Does not get spider mites. And it has very long cuttable stems. They gently arch. So the bush is a shrub shape and the stems will like gently nod. So it has that like beautiful charm to it. They're not super upright and erect. They have a little bit more of a like gentle, softer stem. And it is a 10 out of 10 in fragrance. 10 out of 10 for sure. I'm gathering my little pile here. Sorry.
this was one of my first roses that I introduced at Star. So it was just an incredible find. Just the fragrance alone is the health, the vigor, and the flower power, even in like the humid trials in Pennsylvania, was incredible. And it has that like ruffly, the reason why it was called raspberry cupcake is because it has that ruffled edge, kind of like the edge of a cupcake wrapper. And and has just a little bit of raspberry fragrance. I think it's kind of fruity. So that's what we named it, raspberry cupcake. So, but
it is so beautiful. And the plant could not be better. Like there's nothing negative I can tell you about this bush. I mean, it's just an incredible plant. And I love the ombre. Like look at the ombre, the darker center. And she swirls outward to like the outer petals are like a silvery white color, like literally silvery white. And they go into that gorgeous lilac. It's a cool tone. Again, the pictures on Star's website are very warm toned looking. They're like, and they're all solid one color. Like they're just like a hot pink ball. That's not how that is not representative of this rose. I've grown this rose long enough now to like know how it blooms, and all the flushes look the same, and they're definitely not solid color. It's definitely an ombre color rose.
Yeah. And with that Corda's genetics in it, there's not a lot of hybrid teas and grandifloras that perform similar all around the country, whether you're in dry or humid. This is one of those rare exceptions where, you get that Corda's humid environment, disease resistance, but you also get incredible like rust resistance and heat tolerance that you need for the dry climates. So one of those rare roses is a great beginner rose. It's a great, just a great rose overall. So the color, the form, the fragrance.
Great cut flower, amazing cut flower. They hold in the vase for, I would say, if they're cut at the right stage. Obviously, don't cut them fully blasted. Cut them as, partially open, sepals down, partially open. But I think you will get like 5 days out of her if you cut her at the right stage. So, and she's a 10 out of 10 on fragrance, easily 10 out of 10. And it's a beautiful, sweet, fruity, like, I have a stuffed up nose and I can smell her. So she's gorgeous. I have nothing but wonderful things to say about this rose. I think you all should grow her. She's one, like she and Top Cream and Parfuma Bliss are just like rock solid, easy to grow, plant them and kind of forget them type of roses. They're just so healthy. They come back and bloom on their own all the time, and they have like a great form. So those are like the three that I'm like, new people I think would fall in love with garden roses with those three varieties. So
yeah, I agree. Especially, some roses, like florist roses, florist roses are bred to like be cut all the time to get them to rebloom. These types of roses are bred to bloom all the time, despite the pruning habits of the user, right? So like trials of these types of roses are obviously all outdoors and high outdoor disease pressure, and also testing with what happens when you don't do anything to it, when you don't prune it, when you don't spray it. Like all it's getting is basically water and sunshine. So anyway, Raspberry Cupcake, Top Cream, Parfuma Bliss, Sweet Starlight. Those are all really great beginner, plant them and forget them type roses. So
love her. Somebody said that she just made a purchase, but she didn't get her discount. So Heidi, do they need to enter their 25% discount every time they make the purchase?
Mm-hmm. Yep. You have a specific code, whether the gardeners have their own codes, collectors have your own codes, and you do need to enter that code when you check out and make sure you're logged in to your account.
But if you did not, just email customer service and they will give your account a credit, obviously. So just send an email over, letting them know you're a member, you forgot to put your 25% discount code in, and they will take care of you right away. So not to worry. That's why they're there. So Susan Blowy says her discount wouldn't work for her today. So we'll go in and like after this, Heidi will make sure that the codes are working, but they have been. So
yeah, I see people use them all the time. So I know that they're still working, but I'll double check for you guys and take a look and just make sure.
Okay. All right. We have lots of Corda's roses sitting here for our live tomorrow. Are there any others that you wanted to talk about today, Heidi?
You know what? Why don't we talk about Bronze Star?
Oh yeah. We know, Alicia. We know Top Cream needs a new name, but it's not our choice.
It's funny that how much hatred there is for that name, but in a way it makes people talk about it. And so it just kind of makes me chuckle a little bit because
that's true.
Every marketing person in the world wants everyone talking about their rose. So I agree. Could be definitely a better name.
Such a stunning rose with such an incredible fragrance. The sprays are prolific. Like I have many. I have about 40 of them. And it just is like, it's a stop you in your tracks type of rose. And then you see the name and you're like, huh? Like this should be like princess or queen or something like that. It commands a royal title. So
a royal title.
Yeah. They want to know if you can talk about and show Kazanelic.
Kazanlik, yeah. Yeah,
Sorry.
That's okay, Kazanlik. Yeah, we have a damask rose, guys. Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
At Star, I used to get asked all the time for damask roses, especially from people who use the petals to create rose water, or they're trying to get oils, or for distilling. So damask roses are ancient roses. These roses go back thousands of years. There is no rose more fragrant than a damask rose. It's a 12 out of 10. It's interesting because damask roses, some roses perfume the air, and some roses don't perfume the air. You have to get really close to them. And damask roses don't perfume the air. Like if you walk by damask rose, you can smell it. But when you get really close to it, that's when like how vibrant the notes come out. And the reason why it's used so much in distillery and for making rose water and rose oils and rose flavored things is because there's so much of that oil in the petal. I actually brought, so I don't know if you guys have ever used rose water. I actually have a little jar that I always keep in my fridge. So damask roses are used for rose water. And like one of my favorite things to do with rose water, sorry, I have all this stuff here on my way, but like I have this like little glass of like, I love to just put lemon and ice water and put a little bit of rose water in. It makes it like a rose. Yeah, just like, yep, you just do like just a teeny little bit. So I don't drink alcohol, but I like to make like all sorts of fun, like non-alcoholic drinks. So like you hardly have to put any in. And it creates, roses are a very strong fragrance. If you've ever tasted anything with rose in it, it's very strong. So you don't need a lot, but it just gives it that florally taste. So anyway, so damask roses are super cool. There's so much history behind them. You need a lot of petals to make rose water. So I don't want to like give you some, some promise that you're going to be able to make quarts and quarts of rose water. You need a lot of petals. But damask roses are really cool because, they're named after Damascus, which is in Syria, which is kind of where there was a lot of rose trade there. And a lot of the spices came from there. And so damask roses have been used in trade for thousands of years. So it's kind of cool that there's still some available on the market. One of our growers, they custom propagate and grow this. It's like you just don't go into the horticultural world and buy little liners of damask roses. That just doesn't happen because it's such an old rose. Of course, it's off patent, no trademarks, like all that kind of like money-making part of horticulture. So it's kind of fun to find these like weird different things that very few people propagate. And something to keep in mind with damask roses is that they only bloom once, and it's a huge flush in the spring and then they're done. So, that's another reason why they're probably not in the market so much, is they're not going to have a reflush. They're not going to rebloom. But the fragrance and the petals on these, like if you want to make something edible out of roses, you want to have something with a high concentration of oils in the petal. So obviously you would not want to spray these, right? You never ever eat anything that you spray with pesticides, but a damask rose is an excellent edible choice for if you want to just decorate a cake with rose petals or make a potpourri out of it. It dries well, and so it makes really good potpourri. And it's just a really cool historical rose. A lot of our roses now, our modern roses, have Damascus in it. At some point in the tree. So there's not a whole lot of those. I think I was only able to get 7 of them because there's not a whole lot of demand for this. It's mostly people, it's custom grows for people who are literally need the petals to distill to make things like rose water. So anyway, just a cool rose, really unusual, unique one. I love finding these weird things. So yeah. That's damask roses. So I'm glad we have this one. So it's a beautiful pink. It reminds me, my grandmother brought over, not my grandmother, my grandmother's grandmother brought over a rose from England, and it was a Gallica rose, but damask roses are closely related to Gallicas. So it reminds me a lot of that. They're very fragrant, one-time blooming. This isn't something you put in a vase. It's the petals are, they kind of shatter. They're kind of frilly. So this is really more like if you want to experiment with like eating roses and playing around with that, this is the type of rose that will give you the most flavor, the most bang for your buck. So
Fun. It's a nice little treat.
yeah.
I just want to show you all really quickly. I took a little journey back on my phone while Heidi was speaking just now to show you Pillow Fight in front of my house. This is Ryan's my first home that we bought together in 2015, and we lined the front of our house. Our house was a ranch house. It was very long, so it was about 40 feet long. We lined the entire front of the house right up to the driveway with Pillow Fight. And it was
pretty.
so cute. We had butterscotch climbers behind growing on the brick. And we had Claire Austin growing in there. No, not Claire. Olivia Rose Austin growing in there behind. But that is how beautifully Pillow Fight looks on like a walkway. And here's like an overhead view. So you can see the brick pavers there. So I took this from above the Pillow Fight. So you can just see like how many flowers there are. And it's one of those, it's like you can see all the buds here that are coming in. So it's always in bud and bloom on this one. It's just like, it's a fast repeater and it makes a great cut flower. So, and I think I thought it was very cute on the front of my house. So if it must have been really good if I put it on the front of my house, right?
Yeah, right. Pillow Fight is a cute name. I like that name. I don't know. That's a good one, I think.
It is cute. It fits its name fits its personality. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Andy still has my rose water. Yes. Many years ago, I can tell a quick 2-minute story. Many moons ago, Ryan and I made rose water, and we bought a still, a big still. We still have the still. If there are any of you that would like to either win, or maybe I don't want to sell it, I would feel cheesy, but if there are any of you that want to dabble in making rose water or making something, we own a like very nice still, like a really nice still. So we actually collected all of our deadheads for months, and every night we would bring huge boxes of petals in, and we had an overnight crew because we were at this point, this was at our old farm in San Ynez, we were shipping a lot of cut flowers. So we had around the clock crews. Like we had people at night making boxes and like making supplies while during the day they were actually shipping. And the ladies at night like tended to the still, and they would put the new petals in and remove the jars of the rose water and then put the new jar in. And we made about like, I think 3 or 4 huge vats, like the drums, the 50-gallon drums of rose water, and we bottled it and we sold it. And it was very different than like damask. It was very earthy because it was made from like all of our garden roses mixed together. So it was like just everything we grew mixed together. It was really pretty. Anyway, we sold it on our website and people loved it, but it was very different. It had a more deep earthy smell. I think Heidi, you would like it. It had rose in it, but it was like a deep earthy smell versus like a lighter rose fragrance. But
yeah,
it was fun.
Cool.
So if any of you would love a still, email me because maybe I want to send it off to one of you.
Cool. I want a bottle.
Oh, we don't have them anymore. We
Yeah.
bought like 10,000 and they're all gone.
Wow. Sweet.
Yeah. That was when we did our candles and our perfume. So it was candle, perfume, and rose water. And candle and perfume, definitely on the horizon. Rose water, not so much. That is like a losing probability there. It's so time involved and costly to produce rose water. You have to really do it like on a huge scale. To make the hydrosol and make the oil, you have to it's got to be the whole thing, the whole focus, and we can't do that. So anyway, last thing I was going to share is that we have finally tipped over the needle below 100 Frances Mayond estate roses. So we started with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, of course, because it is our most popular rose. It's still our most popular rose. I think Heidi and I joke about like how many years can we continue to sell Frances Mayond, but everybody loves it. So we have finally tipped the needle and we're like below 100 plants. And Ryan wrote a blog and he posted it yesterday. And then he responded to a lot of you who commented, and he's going to be picking, I think 2 or 3 of you. It's in his blog or on his post in the group. Just like look for Ryan Polson. He's going to pick 2 of you to send an estate size Frances Mayond to. So if you entered, be looking for that announcement this evening. Ryan's going to choose 2 of you to receive that. But we're down. So then we'll be down to only like 94 or something like that after Ryan gives 2 away. So I did have Fermine cut some beautiful Frances blooms. Not that you all don't know what they look like, but you know, mine are super creamy in the summer. They lose their blush. They're more blushy in the spring and the fall when it's cooler. And in the summer, they turn extremely creamy. And this has always been the case for me. Actually, I sold this as a cream rose to florists in the summer, and I sold it as a blush rose to florists in the fall and spring. That's how much this rose like would change. So it's a very like champagne color right now. Still smells fantastic. So
Beautiful.
Here he is. But we're down to low quantities on this one finally. So
Beautiful.
yeah, we love Frances. So check the group later. Ryan's going to post who he chooses to receive a Frances Mayond shrub. Yes, Diane. Ryan was recruited, and you're going to hear from Ryan a lot more now. Ryan's roles and responsibilities, like mine and like Heidi's, are always evolving. And Ryan is such an incredibly talented writer, and he's so passionate about roses. And I feel like I'm the mouth and the face, and I talk all day about roses, but Ryan like contributed a lot to my book, and he's a big rose lover. So I feel like we need a little bit of that in the group. So Ryan's going to be writing to you this week or this month about 2 or 3 more, at least 2 more varieties, maybe 3 more varieties. So be on the lookout for those, his blog posts, and he'll have giveaways with each of those as well. So yeah.
Awesome.
All right. We will be back, Heidi. We will be back tomorrow.
Yep. Oh, can we show them Bronze Star? Do you have that one by chance? Maybe we'll talk about that one.
Okay, Ryan, you have to pick your 2 winners for Frances this evening.
I pick you and Heidi.
She picked no.
Oh, hey, I'll get 2 roses this week.
You gotta pick 2 ladies.
Along with my honey perfume.
You got it. So look for Ryan's post this evening if you are enter the contest. So. Oh, really quickly before Heidi talks, is voluptuous similar color to stiletto? Yes, but no. Yes, but no. And it has a different form. Voluptuous is more fluttery. The petals are lighter weight, and stiletto is more thick petaled and really has that, like, what I like to think of as like cut flower rose petals. Like they hold up immensely. So they're similar, but different. Like they're definitely not, they're not dupes for each other. So does that help? I don't know. Sorry.
Let's see. I just started presenting.
There you go.
There we go. Awesome. Yeah, I think one last one we want to talk about that's in your surprise drops as a member is Bronze Star. This is one of those roses that I had to see it to fall in love with it. You know, the catalog pictures were like, okay. And sometimes I would see it, you know, maybe in a container and there'd be 1 bloom or 2. I fell in love with this rose at Rose Story Farm. Was the first time I really saw this in like mass production and for cut flowers, for weddings and for events.
Danny loves this rose.
She loves it.
Loves this rose. Like she could talk about this rose all day long. Like this is a very big favorite for her. And I will just say before Heidi continues, Danny's farm is very coastal, like literally just like a mile from the ocean. And it's very socked in with fog. Like where she farms her roses is very foggy, very cool. And this rose performs so well for her, obviously, because it's like literally her favorite rose. So it performs in like that cooler, damper, foggy climate, if that happens to be you. Sorry. Okay, continue.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, when I went to visit her, this was really shocking to me. Like, even the picture here, this picture of the bouquet is one that I took when I was at her farm. I took a picture of some of the bouquets, and it is truly a copper rose. It's hard to describe in person, and it's very ruffly, and it's huge, and it's an incredible cut rose. So just a really beautiful rose. It's been on the market for a long time. I would say this is one of those roses that never really made it. Like, you know, there are a few thousand a year maybe would get sold. But it's still stuck around long enough because there are some people that are truly love it and are truly passionate about it. It's funny. It's one of those roses that it only survived this long because a few people really loved it and pushed it. But if you're looking for that copper tone, I mean, bronze is a great descriptor of this rose. It really is beautiful, beautiful, just beautiful color. So really like this one. It's an old rose. It's been around a long time. It's budded. It'll come budded onto Dr. Huey, and just a great floriferous rose if you want this color for in your bouquets. So just a beautiful color. Great fall rose. Has a great reflush in the fall. And would look good in your like kind of fall bouquets. So really like Bronze Star.
Can we see the other photos really quick?
Yeah, let me scroll down here. So you can see this kind of close up, how kind of ruffly it is and how the sun kind of catches it. You can really catch that copper tone, and it's almost gold when the light goes through it. This is like a really old catalog picture. You can see why it didn't probably sell from that picture, because it doesn't show its like shimmer. It's iridescence.
It looks flat.
It looks very flat.
Yeah.
This one I liked a little bit better because it does show that you get that kind of gold coppery in it, especially when it hits the light. So just an incredible color for a rose that has a really long vase life. So very ruffly.
It looks like it wouldn't have a long vase life because it is so ruffly and loose and open. So that's surprising, you know?
Yeah.
Hi, Marina. How well would she do in hot and humid climates? Definitely she'll do well in humid because Danny's farm is very moist. It's just not humid. It's foggy, but same thing. I mean, hot roses love heat.
Yeah, I would say, it probably performs best in the West, but you can have it in the East, as long as you're in like a little bit more southern climate, because it's budded, you'll get better performance there. So like if you're in the Northeast, it'd be borderline for you. But yeah, it can handle humidity because it can handle that coastal fog. So
yeah. Well, I think that's it, and we'll be back tomorrow. Heidi's going to give you a little tour of the Cordes family and their heritage and their legacy of breeding and what they breed for. She knows a lot in that department. And we've got they're sitting right here next to me. We've got some of their gorgeous veranda roses. We've got a beautiful arbor rose. Gorgeous. Which arbor rose is this?
I think that's tangerine.
Yeah, we've got that sitting here. It's about 6 feet tall next to me. It's on a stake. It's beautiful. So we've got a gorgeous arbor rose climber in a beautiful apricot color, and some beautiful patio roses, some sunbelts that do amazing in hot climates. Like they just pump them out even in hot climates. And so Heidi's going to talk to you all about those tomorrow. And yeah. The suspense is killing you. Sorry. Sorry. And then also tomorrow, Nicholas is posting a trivia to the group, and it's like a GRF trivia game, and we have it's like I think a dozen questions or so, and we have a great prize for whoever guesses all of the trivia questions first. So we're got some like fun things planned for you pretty much almost every single day this month. I'm pretty sure it's almost every day. So maybe brush up on your trivia about me.
Ooh, good.
Yeah.
Give it a little sneak. Just one more plug-in for the membership. I think just to make sure everyone understands like what a really great deal it is, with the 25% of potted roses on these estate roses. I mean, just with one rose, you're gonna save, instead of $129, it makes them like $96. So you're saving $34 just with one purchase of an estate rose. So, and that doesn't include all the free stuff that you get too. So don't forget to check out our membership. And we're just really grateful for all of you who've joined so far.
Yeah, Heidi's going to keep dropping surprises in there. And I think I said we have the whole month, like every couple of days, you're going to be seeing new things in your membership portal. So we have it jam-packed. October is going to be the same. November is going to be the same. I mean, it's like every few days, you're going to have new roses and beautiful new things in your member portal. So yeah, it's exciting. Somebody just asked, what are the roses in the background? They are Juliet, Midori. Midori is the little green Japanese rose. We got Juliet. We've got Lenora. Lenora is the large cream with the golden stamens in the center. And then I think I see Kira over in the bottom right corner, the cabbage blush rose. Of course, Juliet is the peach one. And I think we might have some Princess Fairy Kiss hiding in there, the spray rose. So this is Jenny's work. Jenny took this. She did a ton of beautiful flat lace for us in the spring. And they're making the rotations now. So we're getting them out there. It's a gorgeous one. So, and Jenny will be here in a few minutes. We're having like a little girl time today. So
Fun.
no work, just girl time.
Oh, good. Fun.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, everyone. I'll go ahead and schedule the live. Heidi, what time works for you tomorrow?
The same time would be good.
Okay. So like 2 p.m. Mountain, 1 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern. Yes.
Yes.
Tomorrow. We'll get that online. And we'll see you all then with some beautiful Cordes roses and the story of Cordes. So, all right.
All right.
See you
Thanks,
later.
guys. See you
All right.
tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bye.